Good morning, all. I'm Kamala, Assistant Professor from CSC Department. Today, I'm explaining about three-address code. So, what is three-address code? So, we already know three-address code in a previous video called as the forms of intermediate code. So, why it is called three-address code? So, simply the three-address code is nothing but output of intermediate code and is represented in the form of three addresses. Hence, it is called as a three address code. It is a type of intermediate code which is easy to generate and can be easily converted to machine code. And this three address code consists of at most three addresses. For example, if I have an expression A is equal to B operator, see here the operator is of any type of operator. Observe this expression. Here I have a three addresses for these three variables. One for A, one for B, one for C. Hence it is called as a three address code. Similarly, observe here an expression I have A into minus B plus C. So construct three address code for the given expression. Here, the first priority is given to the braces according to the operator precedence. So that first of all, I am evaluating B plus C and storing into some temporary variable is called T1. And this entire value or expression having unary minus. So that unary minus, this entire value is available in a variable is called T1 and this value storing into another temporary variable is called T2. Now this entire value is available in a variable is called T2. That T2 multiplying with A. Therefore, T3 is equal A into T2. So this is the three address code representation for a given expression. So this three address code is represented in three categories called as quadruples, triples, indirect triples. So what are the quadruples? Why it is called quadruples? So these addresses are represented or the three address code is represented in the form of four fields. Hence it is called as a quadruples which consist of operator, argument 1, argument 2 and result. And what are the advantages of these quadruples? Which is easy to rearrange code for global optimization and similarly anyone can easily access these temporary variables using symbol table. And similarly, what are the drawbacks? So coming to the drawbacks of quadruples, to implement this quadruple, which depends on more number of temporary variables. So these temporary variables leads to time and space complexity. Means if you have a more number of temporary variables, then the program occupies more memory space. Similarly, to execute that particular program, it takes lot of time. Suppose here I have an expression is A is equal to B into minus C plus B into minus C. So how to represent this statement in the form of quadruple we'll discuss before going to that. So first of all, I'm explaining the three address code for the particular expression. So this is the three address code for the given expression. T1 is equal to unary minus C. That C I'm multiplying with B, storing into some variable is called T2. And next expression I have a unary minus C, storing into T3. That T3 again I'm multiplying with B. And this is an expression 1, this is an expression 2. These two values I'm adding and storing the result into T5 and the final result storing into a variable is called A. So this is about the three address code for the given expression. Now coming to its quadruples. Here the quadruple is represented by the following four columns called as operator, argument 1, argument 2, result. And this is the number. Okay, in for the first statement, here I have a T1 is equal to unary minus C. So the T1 is represented in the result column and unary minus is represented in the operator column. C is represented in the argument 1. So this is the representation of first statement. And coming to the second statement, the second statement is B into T1 and the result is stored into T2. Means B1 is stored in operator argument 1, and this T1 is stored in argument 2, and the operator is stored in an operator column, and this T2 is stored in the result column. Now observe here, my operator is star, argument 1 is T1, argument 2 is a B, and the result is T2. And similarly, I have a next expression, T3 is equal to unary minus C. Okay, so in the operator column, unary minus C is stored, in an argument 1 C is stored, and in the result column T3 is stored. And similarly, these values is also stored in the quadruple representation, similar to the above statements. Here I have a T3 into B. So in the operator column I have into, and argument 1 T3, argument 2 B, and the result is stored in T4. And similarly for the next expression, T2 plus T4. In operator I have a plus, in argument 1 I have a T2, in argument 2 I have a T4, and in the result column I have a T5. And next the final result I am storing into A is equal to T5. So operator is equal, argument 1 is T5, and the result is A. So this is a quadruple representation for a given 3 address code. Now similarly, triples representation. Why it is called triples? So in the previous slide, we discussed about quadruples. Why it is called quadruples means the expression is represented in the form of 4 fields, is called as a triples. Here the data is represented in the form of 3 fields, hence it is called as a triples, which consists of operator, argument 1 and argument 2. It doesn't contain result column. And coming to the drawbacks of the triples. So the temporaries are implicit and difficult to rearrange the code. So this is the drawback of these triples. And similarly, here I have an expression how to construct a triple representation for the given expression we'll discuss. So for the same expression, we already constructed 3 address code uh, in the above slide. Now here I am not constructing again 3 underscore, directly I am constructing the triple representation. So according to the definition, which consists of operator field, argument 1 field and argument 2 field. So operator, argument 1, argument 2, and also the statement representation. So the first statement here I have a minus C, unary minus C. So which consists of in the operator column unary minus and argument 1 C. And the next statement is this unary minus C I am multiplying with B, and it can be represented as operator is star and argument to 2 is B. Here my unary minus C into B. So instead of writing unary minus C, I'm writing its statement number. Its statement number is nothing but a 0. So this unary minus C is available in a statement number 0. So directly I'm writing 0, zeroth statement. In zeroth column statement I have a unary minus C. Next, the next statement is unary minus C, this expression. And again same like the above, I constructed unary minus C. And the next statement is B into unary minus C. So this B into the unary minus C is stored in which number statement? So unary minus C is stored in second statement. So I'm multiplying B with the second statement. So because of that 2 and this B. Next, this center value plus this center value. Now remember, the center value is available in which statement number and the center value is available in which statement number. Observe, this first expression is available in statement 1. The second expression is available in statement 3. Because of that, here I written with the plus operator 1 and 3. 1 is this one, 3 is this one. Now the center value I'm storing into variable I'm storing the result, and that this completed expression is available in a statement is called 4. Now the last statement is the center value storing into variable is called A. A is equal to this one. Now this interval is available in 4 is equal to operator A. So this interval is available in 4. So this is the triple representation for the given 3 address code. Now the last one is indirect triples. This representation makes use of pointer to listing all references to computations which is made separately and stored, and is similar in utility as compared to quadruple representation, but which requires less space than it. So this indirect triple is similar to quadruples, but which occupies a less memory space. So the temporaries are implicit and easier to arrange the code. In the previous case, in indirect triples, the temporaries are implicit and difficult to rearrange the code, but these indirect triples are easier to rearrange the code. Now observe, we have taken same expression. You already know what is the 3 address code for this expression. Now I'm directly moving to indirect triples. So for this indirect triple is similar to uh, triples. So here it consists of 3 fields: operator, argument 1, argument 2. And other than this table, here I'm writing one more table is called as list of pointer to tables. So observe carefully. Here I have a statement number 4, means the first expression is represented in statement 14, and this 14 I'm storing into some another statement value is called as 0. Next 15 into 1, next 16 into 2, next 17 into 3, next 18 into 4, next 19 into 5. So this is called as a indirect triple representation. So for this indirect triple representation, writing triple representation and also writing is pointer to a table, listing the pointer to a table, so that we can easily access the values which are available in that particular statement. Suppose if I refer this 0, then directly which is moving to 14th statement. The 14th statement is nothing but a unary minus C, like that. So this is about the representation of 3 address code. Thank you.